a timely meeting to get the true position of this global financial agency on current reforms undertaken by Nigerian governments. There have been various narratives about the agency's recent reports on regional economic outlook for sub-Saharan Africa, Nigeria inclusive. But certainly, no one currently carries the authorities of the IMF than its managing director, Kristalina Georgieva. She lauded Tinubu's administration for its reforms, especially the social investment programs targeted at the most vulnerable, and promised the cooperation of the body in the process. Kristalina said, contrary to perceptions, IMF is focused on developing vulnerable societies and devotes substantial resources to emerging economies. The IMF boss promised to offer technical support for the budgeting process, adding that it will assist Nigeria in getting the best results from loans at less cost.
Second area for technical support that they are offering is in the area of our fiscal, monetary and structural reforms. The third area is in the area where they can help us to create more fiscal space and then helping us to then attract more concessionary funding from different development partners, because when you have higher fiscal space, then you can actually do more. And the fourth area is in helping us with our borrowing policies so that we can borrow at a cheaper cost and that the benefits of the borrowing can be felt in the economy by everybody.
President Tinubu appreciated the Global Financial Agency for its support in the implementation of the reforms and called for more institutional backing for stability and sustainable growth. He promised that his administration will continue to prioritize the welfare of the poor and most vulnerable, even as the administration's reform begin to bear fruits. The Nigerian leader noted that substantial resources must be invested to stimulate the much-needed infrastructural development in the country. And the president updated the IMF boss that Nigeria's ongoing tax reforms will further stimulate the economy.
We've instituted the reforms on our own. We didn't even do the reform based on IMF advice. We started the reform and we felt this was the best way to go for our economy to survive, for us to benefit maximally from government policies and incentives. We had to remove those subsidies. Now we've done it on our own. And the IMF is saying, now you've done the reform, so if we're going to support you, we're not asking you to do any more reform because you've already done the reform. So we're now here to support you because you've done the reform on your own. How much more can we now give you to stabilize your economy and for the people, the citizens, to feel the impact of these transformational policies and reforms that we've instituted?
President Tinubu also urged the institution to change the perception that the reforms it backs tend to be tailored along Western ideas rather than the needs of the developing world.